Okay, so in last lecture, we have seen the various terminologies and introductory part as well as the classification, then the introduction, advantages, and all these things. Okay, and now just we will go toward the examples, some examples in which herb as used as a herbal excipient. Okay, so herbal materials that are used as a colorant, then the diluent, gladant, then the viscosity builders, everything that we are going to discuss in this today's lecture. So we will take the each and every example from the each and every category, so you can have to know about it and you can understand the what are the actual herbal excipients. Okay, so what are the herb that today I'm going to discuss with you people. So it is already you know about that because there might be having some other uses or the other pharmacological action. So that's why you people are aware about these herbs. Okay, so directly I will jump toward the some examples where we can have to discuss 3 points. Okay, and just I'm going to discuss about the biological source, chemical constituent, and the uses. Okay, there is no need to go in details about that. What is the properties, morphological characteristic, and other like, identification tests. There is no need to go for that. Okay, so see, the first one, herb used as a excipient. There are so many herbal materials that have been you people are aware about it. Okay, so you know the various products that we are using in daily life. Okay, in our daily life we are using the different products as like an every morning you people go for bath and you are taking the soap. Okay, then shampoo, then the face wash is there, then the deodorant is there. Okay, so many healthcare products or the beautifying products that you people are using. Okay, so in that you may have find out that their colorant is there, then the or perfumes are there, then the flavors are there. Okay, so everything that we have to study. Okay, everything we have to discuss over here. And in this session or in this lecture, so I'm going to complete this topic. Okay, it is very simple, and just we will go to discuss about all the points. Okay, so you people already known about that the henna. Okay, the first example of the herb used as an excipient, which is the henna. Okay, so you people know very well henna is nothing but the you can say that it is the mehendi. Okay, so mehendi every people are using for the coloring purpose. Okay, so it will be also having the antimicrobial activity. Okay, but right now we are discussing about the herbal excipient. So if there is need to go for the only uses. Okay, there is no need to go for the other uses. Just you know you just have to understand the actual category and some of the important points for regarding this plant. Okay, so there are various uses are there. Okay, so there is no need to go in details because you know very well about that henna. It will be having the antimicrobial actions. Okay, so what is the biological source for henna? It is the consist of dried leaves. Okay, so which part we are using from the henna or mehendi? It is the dried leaves, Lawsonia inermis. Okay, it belongs to family Lathriaceae. Okay, it belongs to family Lathriaceae. In the previous session or the previous chapter, I have been given some example. One example, Lawson is the one chemical constituent which is responsible for the Lawson is the chemical constituent which is responsible for the color. Okay, so what are the chemical constituents which are present in the henna? And it contains the Lawson. It is the chief chemical constituent which present in henna and mehendi. Other constituent including phenol is there, then the coumarin is there, flavonoids is there, and tannins is there. Okay, so in that various chemical constituents which are present. So basically, everyone is using the hair dye. Okay, so this is the one another ingredient of the hair dye. It will be also used as a coloring agent. So which can impart the color to any material. Okay, simply like to hair, you can have to impart the colors. Where various colors you can have to use. Brown color is there, then red color is there, then other black color is there. Okay, so these are the colors that mostly you people are using. Okay, so this is the another one more important example for the herbal excipient which is used as a coloring agent. Which is used as a coloring agent. Just simply remember the botanical source. Just first remember the how henna you can use the leaves, dried leaves, Lawsonia inermis, which is the botanical name. Then the Lathriaceae is the family, and the main chemical constituent which is the Lawson. Okay, so it is responsible for the color, and this henna is used as a coloring agent as a excipient that you can have. Okay. Then another example we will go Amaranth. Okay. So what is the biological source for the Amaranth? So it is basically used for the dyeing agent. Okay, so it is used as a dyeing agent. So first of all, see what is the biological source. Okay, so it consists of the flower. Okay, it consists of the flower of just 1 minute. Okay. Just we are using the flower of the Amaranthus hypochondricus, okay, and other species of the Amaranthus, and it is belonging to family Amaranthaceae, okay. So basically, it contains the chemical constant. Just we are discussing about the chemical constant. So it contains the polyphenols, okay. It contains the polyphenols as well as vitamins and the flavonoids. Okay, so polyphenol is the main chemical constant. Then the vitamins is also important for us, and then the flavonoids so that might be present in the amaranth. Okay, so basically it is used as a dyeing agent. Okay, dyeing agents you can have to use for the dyeing of the your hairs coloring properties that amaranth having. So you may have to use in the dyeing. Okay, then another examples, which is a madar plant. Okay, so basically from this madar plant, we can have to use the dried root. Okay, so dried root you can have to use. So basically, it is a use for the dyeing purpose or the coloring agent. You can have to use it. So it's belonging to family Rubiaceae, and the botanical name. Okay, what is the botanical name for this plant? Plant botanical name is that the Rubia tinctorium. Okay, that is the botanical name Rubia tinctorium, and which belongs to family Rubiaceae. And just remember one more important point: which part you are using? We have to use the dried root of the Rubia tinctorium, which belongs to family Rubiaceae, Rubiaceae, and some of the chemical constants. Now we will discuss about the chemical constituents of the mother plant. Okay, so in the Rubia tinctorium, it contains the anthraquinone algarin. Okay, this is the chemical constant which precede in that. So it is the anthraquinone algarin is this. Okay, the hydrolysis of the product of the rubiatic acid is the main dye component of the Rubia tinctorium. Okay, so which is the main chemical constituents or the main component that may be having the property as a dyeing property or the coloring property they may show. So it is the rubiatic acid. Okay, and it also contains the several anthraquinone glycosides. Okay, it also contains the several anthraquinone glycosides. And what are the uses? The mother root contain the anthraquinone pigment. Okay, it contains the anthraquinone pigment like the algarin. Algarin is the main pigments we can have to use, and it has been in our papers. They are using from the since of the ancient time as it is popular for the fine red dye. Okay, it is used for the fine red dye plant. Okay, so this is the main important uses of the mother plant, which is the we can have to use as a fine red dye. Okay, you can have to use the fine red dye of this plant. Okay, so this is the one another example for the colorant, and then we will discuss about the other examples. Okay, Liporase is there. Okay, so first category over, we have taken the 3 examples for the coloring agent, and next we will discuss one more examples or the one examples for the each and every category, so we can have to complete it. Okay, so another example, which is the licorice, you know very well about the licorice. Basically, it is used as a dry root we can have to use, and stolons of the Glycyrrhiza glabra. Okay, this is the botanical name for the licorice. In Marathi, it is known as the chestnut. Okay, so this is the Glycyrrhiza glabra. We can have to use the part, which part we have to use? Just you have to use the dried root and the stolon of the Glycyrrhiza glabra, which belongs to family Leguminosae. Okay, and chemical constant, you know very well that it contains the glycerogenic acid. Okay, this is the glycerogenic acid. It will be also liquidine, and isoliquidine is the other chemical constant which may be present in the licorice, but basically it is used in the sweetening agent. Okay, it is used as a sweetening agent, and that licorice is also used in the beer. Okay, for the foaming property, because it contains the steroidal saponins. Okay, so these are the uses. So main another use of this liquorice, which is the sweetening agent. Okay, so for the imparting the sweet or the increase the perception of the sweet to any material or the any product or any formulation, that for this purpose you may have to use the liquorice. You can have to use the liquorice for this purpose. And then another one, which is the most important. Okay, see another examples we will go to discuss, which is the stevia. Okay, which is the stevia that consists of the plants. We maybe have to use the stevia ribudinea, which belongs to family Composiaceae. Okay, ribudinea, which belongs to family Composiaceae plants. Okay, so it contains the stevicides, rib, rib, ribudicides, and stevols. Okay, these are the some of the chemical constituents which may be contain the stevia. Okay, and it is used as a sweetening agent. Okay, so it will be having the natural, it is the natural sweetener, and we can use for the synthetic those who we are using the synthetic sweeteners in the various doses from, as well as the imparting the sweet taste to the any material. So that instead of that we may have to use the stevia. Okay, so it also consists, it will be also having the low calories in that plant, as well as it will be more useful, and it has the less side effect as compared to whatever the harmful effect that does has to with the synthetic sweetener. Okay, so for that replacement you can have to use the stevia. Okay, so it is the sweetening agent that you may have to use. Then another excipient, which is the acacia. You know very well about the acacia. So what purpose we are using the acacia? Okay, so first we will discuss that the uses later on. The first we see what are the biological source. Okay, what are the biological source? It is a, you can say that the dry gummy exudation. Okay, dry gummy exudation that you can have to obtain from the plant. Like there are the various plant are there. Okay, so that might be having to, we can obtain the dry gum. Okay, we can obtain the dry gum from that plant. Just see, it is obtained from the stem and branches of the acacia arabia. Okay, arabica, acacia arabica, it is the botanical source mostly that we may have to you can have to obtain the exudate or gummy dried exudate from this plant, and it belongs to family ruby and Leguminosae. And one more important point, which is the chemical constant, which are the chemical constituents. So see, in that content, that acacia which contain, just a minute, acacia contain various chemical constituents, such as it contained sugars like arbinose, galactose, ramanose, glycerinic acid. Okay. So these are the some of the chemical constituents which may be present in the Acacia arabica. Okay. So, and what are the uses? What purpose we can have to use? So it has the multi uses. Okay. This Acacia we can have to use as a multiple uses, such as it will be act as a binding agent. It will be act as a suspending agent. You can have to use it is as an emulsifying agent, and one most important, which is the viscosity builder. Okay, it is also used as a viscosity builder. Okay, so this is the important uses of the acacia. So what is the part we have to use? It is the dry gummy exudation. Okay, dry gummy exudation, which is obtained from the stem and branches of the acacia arabica. Okay, I just like to be babul वगैरह cell. So in that you may have to take the this gummy dry gummy exudation, डिंक वगैरे म्हणतो आपण त्याला. तशा प्रकारचे पदार्थ point you may have to take the materials or the dry exudate for using as a binding agent, suspending agent, then the emulsifying agent, and then the viscosity builder. Okay, so this is the example. Then we will see another one, saffron. Okay, so see, everyone is known about that the saffron. Saffron, we can have to use the dried stigma and style stalks of the Orcus kivers limbs. Okay, so it belongs to family Iridiaceae. Mostly people are using this the saffron for the many purpose and the various pharmacology activity that it has with the saffron. But right now we will discuss about the various uses that as the excipients in the pharmaceutical industry. Okay, so first we'll see the what are the chemical constituents which present in the saffron. Okay, so saffron contains the volatile oil, which is near about 1.3%. Okay, it will be also contain the wax, oil, fixed oil, and wax. Okay, So crocin is the crocin is the chip coloring principles in the saffron, and quercetin is an aromatic compound. Okay, Genti- gentinobiols and alpha and gamma garetones is there. Okay, then the lycopene, zeaxanthin is there, beta citosterol is there, palmitoleic acid is there, oleic acid is there, then the linoleic acid and linoleic acid. Okay, these are the fatty acids or the fixed oil which may be present in this plant. Okay, so see what are the uses. Okay, what are the uses of that plant which you may have to use it as an excipient. So it will be act as an excipient because it will be having the coloring property as well as the flavoring agent. Okay, it will be act as a flavoring agent as well as the coloring agent. Okay, in the various cosmetic pharmaceutical preparations as you can have to use, and as such you can have to use as a you may have to use it as like an spices is also there. Okay, so it is the uses. Then it will be used in the use favor cold conditions. Okay, so this is the pharmacological or the medicinally you can have to use to treat the fever and cold. Okay, so this is the uses of the saffron. So saffron it could be used as a coloring as well as flavoring agent. Then the cosmetic pharmaceutical preparations as well as it will be used as a spices. Okay, spices. Then another examples we are going to discuss here. Just see. Okay, gelatin. Okay, gelatin. Gelatin is a protein obtained by the partially hydrolysis of the animal connective tissue. Okay, so this is the naturally we may have to obtain from the various sources. So basically, it is the protein obtained from the partial hydrolysis of the animal connective tissues like bone, skin, tendons, and ligaments. Okay, so for gelatin, from the gelatin, you can have to prepare the cells like to capsules. You can have to prepare it. Okay, if you visited in the any pharmaceutical industry, so in India, the topmost industry is that the ACC capsule is there. Okay. So in there they might be having using the gelatin. Okay. So for the preparations of the capsule cells, whatever the capsule you are taking, so it is prepared from the gelatin. Okay. So gelatin is obtained from the skin bone. Then the other material is there. Then arginine is there. Aspartic acid is the chemical constituent which present in that. Then the glycine is there, alanine is there, glutamic acid is there, proline is there, isoleucine is there. Okay, these are the some of the chemical constants, but it is obtained from the bone, skin, tendons, and the ligament. Also nowadays there might be having the some of those who are non vegetarian people. There might be having the vegetable capsules are also comes in market, and it is in all over the world it will be produced by the SCG Capsules Limited. Okay, so this company is based in Maharashtra and in Pune. Okay, if you having the some of the time, you may visit that company. Okay, so there are the various uses of the gelatin. Just like it will be used as a binding agent, then the thickening agent, then the emulsifying agent, and it will be used in the manufacturing of the capsule. Here I have already discussed with you. So another three important uses that you have to remember, which is the binding agent, then the thickening agent, then the emulsifying. Okay, so this is the another example of the excipient, and then now we will discuss other examples, which is the tragacan. Okay, so you know very well about the tragacan. You have been studied in the first aid in the pharmacognosy, pharmaceutical aid, in that you may have studied this plant. Also, what is the biological source? It is used as a dried exudation obtained from the stem and branches of the Astragalus gummiferus. Okay, Astragalus gummiferus is a botanical name for this plant. It belongs to family Leguminaceae, and you can have to obtain. You have to just to collect the dried exudation. Okay, dried exudation or the like to be gum. Okay, so that you may have to use it. So, what are the chemical constituents which present in the tragacan? So, basically, it contains the tragacanthine and the basorin, and it contains the gum. Okay, it contains the gum. It is the chemical constituent which may be present in the tragacan. And what are the uses? Okay, what are the uses of the tragacan? It is used as a binding agent and the viscosity builder. Okay, so these are the two uses of the tragacan, which is the viscosity builder and the binder. Okay, then we will discuss other examples, which another example that we are going to discuss here. Just see, which is the example lactose. Okay, it is most important, which you may have to use as a diluent in the various tablet, and the capsule. Okay. So basically, lactose is obtained from the it is a natural disaccharide obtained from the milk and other materials in there. Okay. So other carbohydrate like you can have to obtain. So here is the option disaccharide. It is the disaccharide. Okay. Natural disaccharide. So it may be how to use it. Then the chemical constant, it contains the sugar, galactose, and glucose. It contains the glucose and the sugar, galactose. It will be act as a it is the carbohydrate, and basically it is used as a diluent. Okay, for the making of the volume. Okay, enhance the volume or the making the bulkiness or increase the bulkiness of that material. So you can have to use the as a diluent in the tablet and the capsule. Okay, the diluent tablet in the capsule you may have to use it. Then another one, which is the mannitol. Okay, so yesterday I have been given one another example. It is the costliest materials as a excipients that might be we are using in the chewable tablets. Okay, so biological source of the mannitol, it is the saccharin exudates, which is obtained. The saccharin exudation obtained from the stem of the Fraxinus oranus. Okay, this is the botanical name for this plant, which may be you can obtain the saccharin exudation, which contain the mannitol. Okay, so it is belongs to family Oleaceae. It is belongs to family Oleaceae. Okay, simple laxatives, you can remember it, Oleaceae. Then the chemical constituents. What are the chemical constituents? It is see some of the properties that it has been given is that it is the white crystalline odorless and hygroscopic sweets are there. Okay, so basically it is a saccharin or the sugary material is there. So I have been here mentioned some of the due to the some typing error is there. So I have been mentioned over here some properties of this mannitol. It is the white and crystalline, odorless, and non-hygroscopic sweet powder. It is freely soluble in water and insoluble in alcohol. Okay, so both uses of the mantle, it is used as a diluent as well as sweetening anger. Okay, sweetening angers you can have to use it for the purpose. Okay, you know very well about the sweetening anger and the diluent uses. Then see another example, which is the gorgum. Okay, gorgum, you know very well about the gorgum. Everyone have known about that gorgum. It is obtained from the ground endosperms of the seeds of the Sembopoesis tetragonolugos. Okay, that is the botanical name, and it belongs to family Leguminaceae, and it contains the chemical constants such as 80% boron is there. Okay, lactose is there also, and it is to contain the mannose is also there. Okay, so see what are the uses of the gorgum. Okay, actually it is the gorgum that we may have to use. We're also using as a food material in our daily life. Okay, so what are the uses of the gorgum? It will be also used in the diabetic patient. Okay, so it will be act as an anti-diabetic drugs like you naturally operate obtaining drugs that you may have to use it. Okay, so this is used in the treatment of the diabetics. Okay, so that you can have to use it. And another uses of the as a excipient, which is the most important, it will be act as a binding agent. Okay, so you know the very well about the binding and disintegrant for the dissolution purpose, which is first step. So breakdown of the any material or tablets, you may have to use the gorgum. Then the suspending agent and the emulsifying agent. Suspending agent and emulsifying agent is the uses of this plant. Okay, so this is the example. Then another we will see the other example, which is the starch. Okay, starch is there. You know very well about it, is the polysaccharide, which is obtained from the grains of the maize, rice, wheat, potatoes. Okay, it is obtained from the maize, rice, and wheat, potatoes. Okay, so this is the main source of the starch, and it contain it may be contain the amylose, then amylopectins, and the other properties. Okay, so see the property, it contain the water soluble amylase and the water insoluble amylopectin. So remember every time, so you may have to MCQ on that which is the water soluble, which is whether it is amylase is water soluble or the insoluble. So there might be having some confusing MCQs on that. So you may have to remember the things. This it contains the water soluble amylase and the water insoluble amylopectin. Okay, which it is responsible for the gelatinizing property of starch. Okay, gelatinizing property of starch. That is the one another use. Then what are the uses? As an excipient, it will be used as a binding agent. Okay, it will be used as a binding agent, disintegrating agent, and the diluent. Okay, so these are the uses of the starch. You know very well. And then we will see the another examples of the excipient. Okay, see, sandalwood oil. Everyone is using sandalwood oil. So biological source, it is the volatile oil obtained by the steam distillations of the hardwood of the Santalum alba. Okay, Santalaceae, which is the family of this plant, and the botanical name of the sandalwood, Chandan, we can say that. So it is the Santalum album, which contains the Santalaceae. The chemical constituent of the sandalwood oil, which contain the sequestrafen. Okay, it contains the sequestrafen alcohol, namely alpha and beta centralol. Okay, this is the actual chemical constituent, major chemical constituent which present with the sandalwood, right? Which is the alpha and beta centralol, and it will be used as a perfume. Okay, so in the perfume industry, you may have to use as a perfume or the flavoring agent or the perfuming agent for the uses. Okay, and in the cosmetic product, you may have to use this the sandalwood oil. Then another one which is the rose oil. Okay, another one which is the rose oil. So it is the example. It is obtained from the oil distillation from the fresh flower of the Rosa gallica, and other rose species. Okay, rose oil, it is obtained from the, and it belongs to family Rosaceae, and botanical name which is the Rosa gallica. Okay, so rose oil which contain the chemical constituents such as linoleals, nerols, and citrinols, and the gerinols. These are the chemical constituents which present the rose oil, and it will be used as a perfume as well as a flavoring agent. Okay, see, this is the use of the rose oil, which is the perfume and the flavoring agent. You may also using the different purpose and the other uses of that rose oil in your daily life for the moisturizing of the skin. Okay, so these are the uses. And then the cardamom oil, another example, which is the cardamom oil. So biological source, it is volatile oils often distilled from the seeds of the Elytria cardamom. Okay, from the Elytria cardamom, you can have to obtain the volatile oil, which belongs to family Gingiberraceae. Okay, and the chemical constants which contain the cineol, alpha terpinol acetate, terpinolol, and boronol and sabinin. These are the chemical constants which present the cardamom oil, and it will be used as a flavoring agent. Okay, it will be used as a flavoring agent. This is the uses of the flavoring cardamom oil, which can be used as a flavoring agent. Okay, then another one, which is the last one, that is the orange oil. It is obtained from the biological source of the orange oil. It is obtained from the volatile oil, obtained from the expression from the fresh peels of the ripe fruits of the citrus limonis. Limonis, which is a botanical name, and which belongs to family Rutaceae. And the chemical constituent which present in that plant, which is orange oil, which contain the limonin is there, citrol is there, citrinol is there. Okay, these are the chemical constituents which may be present in this orange oil components. Okay, and it will be act as a flavoring agent. Okay, it will be act as a flavoring agent. So that we have seen the each and every example from the each and every category. We have seen the colorant, we have seen the sweetening agent, we have seen the binding agent, then the diluent, then the fillers, then the viscosity builders. Okay, everything I have taken the each and every example. Okay, so this is all about for the today's session, and we will end this topic over here.